corroborate his story. He provided police with videos and still pictures as well. In addition, 2 senior Vatican churchmen accompanied him to the authorities to back up his story. Poggi reportedly told police there are somewhere between 10 and 20 pedophile clerics in the ring, and included among them 5 prelates, according to the reports, including a Monsignor and a private secretary to another bishop. Based on the information Poggi provided, police tailed the so-called recruiter of the ring, the former policeman, who used to recruit the boys who were...
See, so all levels of corruption, man. It's not just because you got a badge on your chest that makes you righteous. Alright? That's not... So that's why they look at us on the corners, brothers, as we are, pieces of shit, because the Most High now is raising up that light. That's why he says, let your candle shine. Because now he's raising up true righteousness. Not saying that not saying because we're filthy rags, man. The most righteous we can be is a filthy rag. Remember that. So that should cut that big-headedness out the way. There's nothing you can do to say that you're righteous. You can only try to the best of your abilities. You're in the flesh. You're gonna fall, man. So we're filthy rags, but these filthy rags are nothing compared to these shit-soaked parchments of whatever you want to call it, man, that are claiming to have righteousness and claiming to be ambassadors of the Most High. They're falsifying it. So the Most High is raising us up so people can see and look at the true men that are pushing this truth out here 100%.
Mostly Eastern European immigrants outside a gay bar named Twink near Rome's Termini train station. The policeman apparently had an associate with him in his work who ran a modeling agency, luring the boys into this evil through false work offers for modeling and acting roles. That a quote from Poggi. The agent looked for boys at gay discos, saunas, and gyms across all of Rome. As more details have come to light, reports are that an accountant paid the teenage boys between $200 and $500 US for sex acts with priests in churches across Rome. Poggi also accused the former Carabinieri Roman police of selling consecrated hosts for satanic rites. The charges have all been rejected by the Vatican's Cardinal Agostino Vellini, head of the Catholic Vicariate of Rome, who says the priest is just being vengeful.
This is Amos 3 and 3, and it says, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" What do you think that means, man? The Most High is not walking with Edomites, first of all, and he's damn sure ain't walking with homosexual, prostituting, little boy loving, man-blood joining, fucking flatbread serving ass pastor or so-called priest, man. He ain't walking with him. This is an evidence to show you if God's not there, where is he? Where is he? And you gotta look, where's the truth coming from now? In these last days, where's the unadulterated truth coming to you? Alright? And it said, let me jump to Psalms. This is the book of Psalms. Alright? It's the book of Psalms 5, verse 5. And it says, "The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity." How is he hating them now? He's bringing their how you say, their dirty laundry out into the open.
But apparently that denial isn't holding much water with the Roman authorities, because they have opened formal investigations into at least 3 individuals as of today.
So this is telling you that the police are actually opening up cases, man. Where's the rest of the news pushing this, man? Why ain't CNN pushing this? Why ain't ABC? Why ain't all the fluff news works pushing it? Alright, because it's a scandal to break scandals, man.
All of this follows on the heels of a 300-page report 3 months ago given to then Pope Benedict, where various clergy, supposedly bishops among them, in and with ties to the Vatican itself, were allegedly revealed to be part of what was called a gay lobby in the Vatican. And of course, all this follows a rather stunning admission made by Pope Francis in private 2 weeks ago that a gay lobby does indeed exist in the Vatican. And all of this falls in line with undercover media reports that came out back in 2010, where many priests in Rome were revealed to be leading double lives. Those reports showed pictures of priests taken with hidden cameras at gay parties and in nightclubs, and some in very compromised sexual situations. These are all published in the large secular press. But these latest reports involving younger teenage boys and the additional report of a prostitution ring available for priests has now involved the legal authorities because of the alleged crimes of prostitution and underage sex. Within the past month, a website catering to priests in Rome looking for homosexual liaisons was also uncovered and reported on widely in the Italian press. And roughly 2 years ago, a priest who had an office in the Vatican unknowingly took an undercover reporter posing as a gay man looking for sex back to his office in the Vatican. When the report came out, the priest was dismissed. In a separate report by a different Italian media outlet, an undercover reporter made pals with a homosexual priest at one of Rome's gay bars. This report was in 2010. For 20 days, he associated with the priest and went deep into the gay Roman priest underground. In one of the articles, a priest is quoted as saying that 98% of priests in the Holy City are queer.
98%. Man, y'all need to wake up. Hey, you know something? Don't wake up. We don't need you to wake up. Because, we know this to be true. Now, Lord ain't, Yahweh Shah is not there. Not with these damn Edomites, man. We're the people, man. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the chosen of God. You are the sons of God, man. Wake up, man, so we can get up out of here. So the elect wake up so we can get out of here and go home, man. So these devils can be put into subjection and go through the worst agonizing pain that they ever imagined, man. The king of terrors is gonna put such a spirit on us, man. And man, these damn devils have got to go.
That's a quote from the priest. The Diocese of Rome came out strongly against the article, but also said that any priests who are gay should leave the priesthood. This sordid affair of actively gay priests running around Rome, working for bishops, involved in prostitution rings, networks where young teenagers are abused, points up a whole ugly mess: the infiltration of active homosexuals into the Catholic priesthood. Now, we've done a couple reports at churchmilitant.tv, special reports on this larger topic, but more questions now arise. For example, if this is going on here in Rome, is it really a stretch to imagine that it isn't the case in other dioceses around the world? If not gay sex prostitution rings, at least the large numbers of homosexual clergy. And what is being done in the church to actually investigate this issue? For example, in the Diocese of the United States. Is this whole issue just essentially ignored? Is it believed by many of the bishops, perhaps naively, that there is no issue to investigate? At what point, after billions of dollars being spent on the homosexual clergy sex abuse scandal, does the question begin to be asked, are there other homosexuals in the priesthood, perhaps not sexually abusing young teenage boys, but still corrupting the faith? Aren't these questions valid questions? And if they are not, why not? Wouldn't it be safe to ask them rather than ignore them and find out if there's any validity to them? But none of that ever seems to happen. When is the last time a priest was forcibly removed from his duties for leading a double life? Have seminaries been cleared of this, both among the faculty and the students? The issue is a spiritual contagion that spreads through the body of Christ not only by these men, but by those who allow them to remain. And that issue raises even more questions. Why?
Let's get into these scripts. This is Psalms 1 and 5. Let me read that Psalms 5 and 5 again. And it says, we'll start at 4. You know something? I'm going to start at 1. Give ear to my word, O Lord, consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice, because when it breaks down, the Lord is looking, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is looking for the men that sigh and cry for the abominations. So let's go into that. It says, give ear unto the words, O Lord, consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King, and my power. For unto thee will I pray. My voice shall thou hear in the morning, O Lord, and in the morning will I direct my prayers unto thee, and will look up. For thou art not a power that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing, and that word leasing is Salakia, let me find it. That word leasing right there, it means falsehood. And it says, the Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful men, which are these damn Edomites, claiming to have this truth. It says, but as for me, I will come into thy house, and in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship towards thy holy temple, which is the east, which is Jerusalem. Okay. And let's go to Isaiah 47. And you heard about that Satanist comment. This is Isaiah 47 and 12. Isaiah 47 verse 12, and it says, stand now with thy enchantments and the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. Because it ain't those Catholic priests or whatever, they're into Satanism. Because in higher levels of Illuminati or whatever, or Masonic, you gotta get popped. You gotta get popped or popped in the rectum. So that's a part of Satanism. So they're given so-called consummated. They're not consummated anyway. They were satanic utensils in the beginning. They're just selling them to maybe lesser or higher fucking Satanists. Alright? Okay, and it says, stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of sorceries wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou may prevail. And the only power that they got from that was the power that Yahweh Shem Yahushua let them have. It says, thou art wearied in the multitude of the council. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. And that's the destruction, man. So with that, I'm going to say all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Dabrans to Els of GMS. Much love to the elect brethren out there. Shalom.